A Little Lesson in Brazilian Portuguese is a story of an American music producer who comes to find the ritmo, or rhythm of Brazil, and then discovers much more than he ever imagined. For you see, in spite of his initial resistance, he finds the love of his life in Brazil. But then he loses this love, and in the process, he finds himself instead. His journey helps him learn much about life, and it awakens his social conscience, which had been asleep for a long time. He learns that there are many ritmos of Brazil. In the end, well, you'll just have to wait and see what happens in the end. So let us begin. The story starts in the United States with David Adams, who lives in Chicago, Illinois. David is the president of Fundamental Music, a music publisher and music production company. He is also a songwriter and musician who gave up a successful career as a performer for what he thought would be a more predictable life as a music producer in Chicago.
Don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Back in that same old place, sweet home Chicago. Honey, hey, 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 baby, don't you wanna go? Honey, hey, 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 baby, don't you wanna go? Back in that same old place, sweet home Chicago. What I want is two and two is four. Got my suitcase and my bag packed. I'm headed for the door. Howdy, hey, baby, don't you wanna go? Back in that same old place, sweet home Chicago. Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go?
While Fundamental Music was once very profitable, David's company is now facing serious challenges because digital technology has changed the way the music business operates. David is looking for new strategies to increase his company's business, and he decides to focus on recording and marketing exotic rhythms and musical styles from other countries. He becomes very excited when he hears, for the first time, the almost hypnotic, African-inspired Agogo beat of Chasing the Blues in Bahia, a song about the festival of Iemanjá, who is the goddess of the sea, and Bahia, Brazil, which is called the Land of Magic.
The sun was burning bright. Sky was a deep, deep blue. Blue water shimmered in the light. Thousands of people were passing through the streets. They were on their way to chase the blues down at the beach. I've never heard so much commotion in the air. Sounds of joy and laughter ringing everywhere. Chasing the blues in Bahia. 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 Wateo pena rua, debaixo do maço, que seu mês azul espalhando Codoma. Tava todo mundo passando pela rua, pra correr atrás do blues na Bahia. Não corre tanta como está no ar. Gritando alegria pra nunca quebrar. Tô atrás do blues na Bahia. Tô atrás do blues na Bahia. Tô atrás do blues na Bahia.
David is convinced that new sounds like the agogo beat can help him turn his company around, and he decides that someone from fundamental music should make a trip to Brazil to find potential hit songs and promising artists with the Ritmo do Brazil. As you might imagine, he chooses himself to make the trip, even though, like most people in the U.S., he knows very little about Brazil, with the exception of Rio de Janeiro, Carnival, Pele and football, and the Amazon. David's employees are very jealous because they already know about the beauties and pleasures of Brazil. Prior to David's departure, they present him with a CD of recorded music that includes an old novelty song called A Little Lesson in Brazilian Portuguese to better prepare David for his time in Brazil.